What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Vistradamus here, and we're here to give you a little SummerSlam 2019 preview and predictions here. So I ain't finna do too much of this YouTube intro shit. I'm finna just get going with the move. So SummerSlam 2019. It's a very weird show we have this year, cause I'm looking forward to a lot of what's going on, but there's also a lot of changes I probably would have made to this show that I feel like could have been better. But let's get started with the card. I'm gonna do this in a way that I feel is fitting for me. Like, I think I'm gonna do this in the order of the matches that I'm least interested in to the matches that I'm most interested in, just so we can keep this interesting. I don't know. That wasn't really that clever, but let's go. We starting with the Cruiserweight Championship. That's gonna be on the pre-show. Drew Gulak versus Lonnie Orton, which I don't really have much to say because I don't even watch 205 Live. I'm gonna just say that Drew Gulak is gonna win, and whoever's gonna take that title off of him should be Chad Gable. That's all I'm gonna say. All right, next we got the SmackDown Women's Championship. And boy, this could have been way better than it is. We got Bayley versus Ember Moon. Bayley versus Ember Moon. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not a big fan of Ember Moon. I love Ember Moon. I love her moveset. I love her look. I feel like she could be something real big in WWE. But the way they have booked her for this fucking show, what the fuck? It started off kind of decent when they had her do the clips on Charlotte and Bayley, but then after that, it's just been, what the fuck? Like, it's just been Bayley shit talking her on Twitter, Bayley coming belly to belly her, and Bayley coming save her after getting her ass whooped from the title. Like, what the fuck? Why should I even care about this match? Like, the way that they booked it has just been complete bullshit. Like, but as far as the match goes, I'm pretty sure it'll be a pretty good match. They give him enough time. Give him like a good 9 to 10 minutes, I guess. And I would love to see Ember win because Bayley isn't really doing anything as champion. And honestly, Bayley hasn't really done anything since she came out of NXT. Like, dude, like, I really can't think of anything interesting that Bayley has done since she came out of NXT. And don't let all the Bayley Bayley huggers come and get me for saying this shit, but what the fuck has Bayley done besides have a few good matches maybe since she came out of NXT? Her character fucking sucks. And it's boring. Like, can we at least go back to like the bubbly, like fan help, like love and just love to be here, Bayley? Like, at least that was interesting. I don't know what the fuck she's supposed to be now. But I digress. Let's go to the next match that like I said, we're going from the matches that I'm least interested in to most interested in. And we're going with a doozy here. The Universal Championship between Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. I do not give a flying fuck about this goddamn match. I didn't give a fuck about this match at WrestleMania. I'm glad that the match was short at WrestleMania. I do not want to fucking see this shit. Fuck Seth Rollins. Fuck Brock Lesnar. Like, I just don't care, dude. There are so many better ways you could have went. Like, first of all, Seth Rollins was the worst fucking Universal Champion in history. I know that's not saying much because the championship hasn't even been there. It's only been what, like 4 or 5 champions. You had Balor, you had Kevin Owens, you had Goldberg, you had Brock, you had Roman. Shit, even Roman was a better Universal Champion than Seth has been. Yeah, he had Roman, then back to Brock, then Seth, then back to Brock. Yeah. That fucking title reign that Seth had was trizash. When I say trash, I mean trizash. Like, the only good thing they had was the match with AJ Styles, and that was one fucking match, dude. Everything else, all that shit was Baron Corbin, all that shit with his girlfriend, Becky Lynch. We don't give a fuck if that's your girlfriend. It's not why we don't like you, dude. It's because your fucking character sucks. And it always has since you've been a fucking babyface. Your best time was as a fucking heel, dude. So, like, just, you're not that nigga, bro. You're not that guy. Like, you're not a top guy. You are boring as bricks, dude. You're not cool. Like, it's just lame, son. It's just been a lame ass build-up. All it's been is Brock Lesnar kicking your fucking ass, which it should be. because at this point we don't even care about you, dude. Like, you need to go back down to the mid card. Like, I liked it when you had the IC championship. You had a really good run with the Intercontinental Championship. I'll give you that. But this shit here, this shit right here, nigga. Nah, fam. Nah, what this match should have been, this should have been Lesnar, Rollins, and fucking Reigns. I got a question for y'all. Why the fuck has Roman Reigns come back from cancer and act like he just did not even have the Universal Championship? Like Universal who? Universal what? Like, I don't think this guy has mentioned one time the fact that he never lost that fucking title. So, if your top guy does not give a fuck about your top title, why the fuck should I? Why the fuck should we? But besides all that, just think about like all of the things you could have done with a story of that match. Like, this shit spans all the way from WrestleMania 31, dude. Like, you could have had Reigns going at Rollins talking about, you've been ruining my moment since 2015. You could have talked about how when Rollins came back from injury and took the title from Reigns too. Like, you can just talk about there's just so many inner workings you could have done with a triple threat match that would have made this fucking interesting instead of this bland ass singles match that we about to get at fucking SummerSlam. But I digress. Like, I don't know. And the whole Reigns angle with him trying to get killed by all these people, I mean, it's interesting, but when is the last time WWE has done a good whodunit mystery? I'll wait. Okay. That's what I thought. Let's go on to this next fucking match. Next match we got is Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Are we back in 2017 with this bullshit? Like, I understand we got Owens as a babyface now and Shane as a heel, but I still don't really want to see this match. Now, maybe with all the storyline that's going on with the quitting shit and, you know what I'm saying, like, if, you know, Owens loses, he quit. Why is this match not an IQ quit match? Just to make it even a little more interesting? Is that because Shane is going to lose and Shane doesn't want to say I quit because Shane is the best fucking wrestler in the world? Taking this joke and going way too far with this shit. Like, come on, man. Shane McMahon needs to stop with all this bullshit, dog. You are not fucking Joe Rogan, my nigga. You are not this fucking high-end MMA fighter that you think you are. You are a dad of 3 and a son of a billionaire. Like, you are not that guy. You are the guy that jumps off of high shit because you're not a fucking wrestler. Like, come on, man. They need to stop with this bullshit with Shane. Like, we all liked Shane when he first came in, but like, they just keep on ramming down this bullshit like he's the fucking toughest SOB in the world. Like, stop it. I mean, we understand you did survive a helicopter crash. You did survive a helicopter crash, but come on, dude. But that's all I even really got to say about this match. Like, I didn't even really like this feud when they did it the first couple years ago with the Hell in a Cell, and when he was ruining all of the AJ Styles Owens matches for this shit. Like, I just don't care. I don't want to watch Shane wrestle. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, if it's not going to be some kind of hardcore match where he's going to jump off something and do something crazy, like, I just don't care. I don't care. All right, next match we have is Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph fucking Ziggler. Why are we doing this match? I mean, I know it was supposed to be Miz and Ziggler, which was another match I didn't want to see, but I mean, I'm not gonna front here. I'm not a Ziggler fan whatsoever. I've never been a Ziggler fan. But what the fuck? I was actually kind of interested if they were going to do HBK and Ziggler. I mean, I didn't want Ziggler to win or anything, but it kind of made sense with HBK and Ziggler. But now that it's Goldberg and Ziggler, it's like, are we really just doing this just to make Goldberg feel better about himself for Saudi Arabia? Really? I mean, I know we did the same thing with Undertaker at Extreme Rules, but it's fucking Undertaker. Like, we were going to bring him back sometime anyway. Like Goldberg, I mean, it's gonna be fun to watch Ziggler flop all around the ring for Goldberg and shit. But if this match goes longer than a minute, like this is like an epic fail in my opinion. Now, in my opinion, what this should have been, if they were gonna do this HBK angle, and they were kind of teasing during the HBK match, I kind of wish this would have been HBK versus AJ Styles, because it would have made way more sense than Ziggler complaining about HBK, with AJ Styles coming out and doing the same thing that Ziggler did on Men's TV. Because that night on Raw Reunion, it was AJ Styles in the club that HBK actually and the DX reunion actually interrupted. So that all that shit that Ziggler was saying to HBK that night, that should have been AJ Styles coming out and saying that shit. And that's the match that we should have had. And I would actually been looking forward to that. HBK versus AJ Styles, that's a fucking dream match. Matter of fact, wasn't that supposed to happen in like Royal Rumble 2017, when they were at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio? I digress. That's just me fantasy booking and shit. But Goldberg and Ziggler, I guess I didn't even say my predictions for the last matches. I got Bayley winning, Brock winning, Kevin Owens winning, and Goldberg winning. So, yeah. For this next match, we got the U.S. title match with AJ Styles versus Ricochet. I'm actually kind of looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the match, but not as much as I should be, because the match at Extreme Rules was okay. I felt like they did too much. It was too slow. Like, they should just let them, like, cut up. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they were doing that to lead to them having a better match here. So I'm hoping they have that better match. But the build hasn't been too ideal. Like, it felt like Ricochet and AJ Styles haven't even been, like, feuding with each other. There's been more of Ricochet versus the club the past few weeks. But I digress. And the whole point of the gauntlet match was kind of weird. Like, if y'all was just gonna give Ricochet the match again, you should have just gave him the match again instead of doing all the bullshit with. Now, if y'all were gonna do the gauntlet match, you should have had Ricochet go from the beginning to the end instead of having him come save Rey Mysterio and be the last guy. Like, it's not really that impressive, you know. But I digress. If I would have done the HBK versus Styles match, I would have definitely had Ricochet retain the U.S. title and done Ricochet versus Cesaro here, because I feel like Ricochet and Cesaro could have had a great series for the U.S. title. But I digress. I'm looking forward to Styles and Ricochet. Styles and Ricochet should be a good match. Now, the next match we have here is the Raw Women's Championship between Becky Lynch and Natalya. Now, I definitely respect what they have been trying to do with this feud. I just feel like there's a few missteps here and there with face and heel dynamics, but I do like what they've been doing. I've always been a fan of Natalya. It's just something that I don't think anyone has said on any wrestling forum. Like, I know a lot of people that respect Natty. I don't hear too many people disrespect Natty, but I've never heard anyone actually say they're a fan of Natty. But I've always loved Natty. Even when the Diva Championship days, even in the farting days, like, I always felt like they didn't use her to her full advantage. But I like what they've been doing here with them. Like, they've given Natalya a little more edge. They've given Becky something to really be like the man character about, because ever since she was running off with her boyfriend Seth, like, they completely took all of the juice away from her. Like, that's how fucking shitty Seth Rollins is. He makes himself uncool, he makes his fucking girlfriend uncool too, who is probably one of the coolest people on the goddamn show, like from the WrestleMania times and all that shit. So this should be a really good match though. Especially, I like the fact that they made it a submission match. So this should be like a really good technical, like, just a lot of reversals, a lot of counters, a lot of intensity I expected from this match. I expect Becky to kind of work as the heel since Natty's at home, but you never know with these WWE crowds anymore. You really never know. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that match, and I think Becky Lynch is gonna win. I keep forgetting about the predictions. I think Styles is gonna win. No, U.S. title. Yeah, I think Styles is gonna retain the U.S. title. Next match we have is Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Now, I hope they keep this one quick. I love what Bray Wyatt has been doing. The The first time I saw Firefly Funhouse, though, it was like, really? That's what we're doing with Bray? The fuck is this bullshit? But the shit, it like, by the time it was over, though, I was like, kind of like this. It's like some don't hug me, I'm scared, like, just like weird, this shouldn't be happening bullshit, but like, it is just so interesting the way they're doing it. And now they're kind of getting all weird with the Fiend and all this shit. Like, I'm seeing where they're going with it. I want to know what the end game is, because WWE never have a fucking end game with these storylines. But I'm definitely interested to see what happens here. I hope he squashes Finn Balor. But then Finn Balor could fuck around and come out as a demon. But even if he does come out as a demon, I hope he still whips his ass. Like, Bray Wyatt needs a big, big, big win here to keep him moving on forward to whatever he's got going on next. Next match we have is Trish Stratus versus Charlotte Flair. Now, I see a lot of people not really down for this match. I'm really down for this match. I really feel like this is possible match of the night. This could be possible match of the night. I love Trish Stratus. I'm not the biggest fan. I love Charlotte as a heel. See, Charlotte, to me, is like Triple H back in 2001, 2002. She is the perfect company heel. The perfect company heel. But whenever they try to make her a babyface, I am over it. She has nothing about her says babyface. Nothing about her. Then they always overbook them, try to make them look overly strong. No. They are natural heels. They are natural dicks. We want to hate them. Keep it that way. Now, I have an opinion that probably differs from most people, especially with the reports coming out that this will be Trish's last match. This will be her retirement match. I feel that Trish should win this match. Now, hear me out here. Trish should win this match. I'm one of the people that have the belief that every legend doesn't need to go out on their back. Now, hear me out here. Every legend doesn't need to go out on their back. And what does a win here really do for Charlotte? She's already done damn near everything in the fucking company. She's a 9-time women's champ. Man, like, seriously, what does a win do for Charlotte? Like, she's already done everything. And I don't want to have her beat a legend like Trish and her just come out doing all the, oh, I'm the best, I'm the queen, and no, like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, the way this match should go, and I'm not saying Trish needs to get a, like, definitive win over here, but, like, this should be, like, one of those matches where Charlotte thinks that she's overconfident in herself in this match, and have Trish catch her with some kind of roll-up or something like that and win. Like, and the crowd will be happy because it's in the hometown. Like, I just don't want to see Charlotte win this match. I feel like that's just lazy booking, in my opinion, because I feel like you can do more with Charlotte's character with a loss. You can have because everyone's saying she can be like one of the despicable heels. She can win the match, and then as Trish getting her little retirement ovation, have her come out and beat her more for heel heat. But I feel like you can accomplish something better with a loss and having Charlotte be embarrassed, and then like on SmackDown and stuff from now on, she just shows like a more vicious, more ruthless side of her instead of her just coming out and being. Because if she wins, like, there's no reason for her to be more ruthless or for her to change her character because she proved herself right. So, like, especially with the fact that she lost her title and she still hasn't gotten a rematch back, like, I feel like we need more of a push, like a drive from her for her character. And I think a loss to Trish would do that. I honestly just don't really see the benefit of Charlotte winning. Like, it's not that much of a rub you're gonna get from her because Charlotte's already gonna go down as one of the legends of the business just off of the historic things that she's done for the company. The way that they're going to build her like a legend, like If her career was to end right now, they're going to build her as one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. So, like, she doesn't need this win. I think Trish should win this match. Now, do I think she's going to win? No. I know that Trish is even though in her original retirement match she didn't lose. So, you never know, but I think she's probably coming here to right the wrong of that and give Charlotte the win. And I'm just gonna be sitting there like, again. Now, like I said, this is probably this is the way that I've got this order. This is the second most match that I'm looking forward to most. Like, I think it's gonna be a really good match. But if they just have Charlotte win clean, like, I just don't really see the effectiveness of that. Now, on to the match that I'm looking forward to most on this fucking card. We've got your boy, the WWE Champion, Kofi Kingston, versus Randall Keith Orton. Randall Keith. Randall motherfucking Keith. Alright, now, I must say, this is one of the best fucking builds that WWE has done in a good little second, and these guys haven't even had to touch a lot throughout this fucking feud. This is what happens when you have a well-crafted story that you don't even need to tell in the ring. You can just have video packages for days for this fucking story, because I love this story. This is the feud that will validate Kofi Kingston's WWE title run. Because this whole title run has been based off of Kofi not being good enough. Kofi, 11 years, never being able to break the glass ceiling. And now we have him confronting the one guy that has stopped his fucking push to being that WWE champion style guy. The one guy that killed all of his momentum in 2009. Randall Keith motherfucking Orton. And let me get this straight with you guys. I've not been the biggest fan of Orton since his Legend Killer days, since his Legacy days. Like, when I came back into wrestling in 2011, I fucking hated Randy Orton. I hated him with a fucking passion, because they were trying to make him John Cena without him having the entertaining values of John Cena. Like, Randy Orton is a pretty boring guy. So, when they're trying to make him this fucking baby face with no fucking character, charisma at all, like, I just fucking hated him. Like, oh my God. Now, I'm not gonna lie. This run that he's been on, since he lost that title to Jinder Mahal, this has been his best run since I got back in the